How you doing, folks? It's Trenius, Henderson. You're tuned in once again. Shouts out to all my RIM team members out there who are watching this video. Make sure you share this video when you get done with your friends and your people so that they can be inspired too. So I'm gonna give you a little quick short message about why so many people end up not becoming successful, or so many people are so-called lost or don't know their direction or purpose. And you will be inspired at the end of this message, because this will definitely help so many people understand how to get their life back on track if you're out of sync with yourself. Anyway, so the number one problem that I find that a lot of people have is, doing too much thinking within their own head. Some people try to figure out themselves by just thinking about it constantly and just trying to figure out who they are, what their purpose is, what they're good at. People think about this stuff in their head all the time, and you can't do that. You can't be successful, or you can't make any real progress in life if you're always just trying to figure out who you are mentally. What you have to do is take action. You have to take action, and always be continuously trying new stuff. You have to try new stuff, man, to know whether or not you're gonna like it. If you've been eating this food, this type of food all your life, and now you're traveling the world and you have to eat different types of foods, you wouldn't even want to eat them because you've never tried nothing different from what you've being used to eating, and it's the same way when it comes down to finding your purpose or being successful in life. The people that get ahead of everybody else is the people that take constant action, even though they don't know if what they're doing will be successful. You know what I mean? And that's what success is, folks. A lot of people think success is luck or whatever. It's not really luck. Being successful just requires you to be able to fail forward. You have to fail forward. That's how you succeed. I mean, every successful person will tell you, every person that has a purpose will tell you, they have become who they are right now because they failed and failed and failed and failed and failed. And so you fail so much, you begin to fail so much where you begin to take a shape. You begin to start shaping yourself. Know the things that you want, know the things that you don't want, know how to get this done, without going that way. You know what I mean? You just come to so many different realizations when you constantly take action and try new stuff, even though you might not even know, what's gonna happen. You're never gonna know what's gonna happen. And the more you do this, the more you will begin to know more about yourself. You'll begin to know more about who you are as an individual and who you were created to be. And it's you'll just begin to understand more about your personality, what works for you, what don't work for you. You know what I'm saying? And I know nobody likes to go into uncharted territory. Nobody likes to just go out into the unknown. Nobody likes that. But once again, you have to face your fears in life. Let's face it. Let's face it. Life is positive. Life is negative. Will there be a lot of happy moments in life? Absolutely. There will be a lot of happy moments in life where you will laugh, you will giggle, you will hoo-hoo, ha-ha, hee-hee. But there will be times in life where things will just go completely south. Things will go the opposite direction of what you wanted to go. But you got to become the type of person that start to embrace, not only when the times are happy or when you're positive, you got to be able to embrace the negative moments as well. And I was just thinking today, I wanted to tell y'all this in one of the videos that I made on YouTube, but your life starts changing when you start to react differently towards the negative things that are happening in your life. So many people remain stuck in a perpetual cycle of just repeating things over, and they don't even understand why. The real reason why is because when negative things do happen, when they do come around, You have to change your perception and start responding positively to negative things. That way they won't perpetuate. You understand? So it's kind of like you're accepting the negative things that come and happen in your life, and you're accepting the positive, and you can't go wrong. You will always fail forward if you learn how to react positive to all the negative things that are coming in your life. Because believe it or not, even this negative stuff, as well as the positive, is shaping you. It's molding you and making you into the person who you don't really know who you're going to be. But the more you continuously take action, you will find out more about who you are and like your heart's desires, you know. And another thing that can help you too also is, you know, and why people are not successful is you have to become a person that is willing to listen to other people, you know. I think back on my past life, man, you know, I'm a life coach. Nowadays, I coach other people. That's my job. But this wasn't always like this. There were times where I had other people had to coach me. You know, I had to go through my journey. I had to go through my process, but I had to be willing to learn. You know, you got to be willing to be able to sit down and just say, hey, what can you teach me? Please help me. You know, and that requires a sense of being humble, you know, and a sense of humility. You know, and that's another problem. That's another problem. But if you can reach to that point of, you know what, I don't know how to make this thing happen. I don't know how to get to where I want to go. I'm willing to listen to somebody else. You know, then you will also begin to make progress. Another thing that is very important, you know, and why a lot of people are not successful is because some people do not like to take criticism. You have to be the type of person that's willing to listen to people tell you about your flaws. You know, you know, I have to listen to RIM team members all the time on YouTube tell me they don't like a color shirt that I got on, even though I might wear it anyway. You know, there are a lot of things that you have to listen to that you don't want to hear, that you just have to accept, man. You just got to accept it, man. And it won't always be a pretty story when people tell you about yourself and tell you how bad you suck at this and how you're irresponsible, how you need to have more responsibility, how you have money problems, you need to do better with this. It sucks being a kid and listening to parents say things like that, right? But, you know, there is some truth behind that. You know, in order to fail forward by taking action, in order to find out your purpose and your goals in life, you will have to be taught and coached, and people will criticize you, and people basically what they're doing. It's just like a pro athlete. I'm gonna watch the Duke basketball game, and I'm gonna watch the press conference after the game tonight. But it's just like an athlete who gets up in front of the news cameras, and guess what she has to hear? Criticism. Why didn't you throw the ball right? Why didn't you drive down the lane and slam dunk it on such and such and who and who? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you? As soon as they get through with the game, criticism. Why? Because that criticism is only making them better. Because these players have learned how to take on the positive and the negative by changing their perception and their reaction, you know, and then going out there and performing even better the next time because somebody pointed out a flaw in them that they didn't know they have. But see, that's the power of like understanding what other people tell you. Other people can tell you some things about yourself that you've been needing to know, but if you're not willing and ready to accept it, you probably will just miss it. You'll just miss it, you know. So like I said, once again, folks, is in order to succeed, and why most people don't succeed is because you can't figure out life. You can't figure out yourself in your head. You cannot do it, folks. You gotta just take what you know right now, and if you feel something that's calling you to do it, you just gotta go do it, even though you don't even know how you're gonna do it. You just gotta take a little bit of money you gotta just go do it, and just continuously do that, continuously fail forward, and you will begin to create your very own luck. There's no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is simply just what is it? Luck is just perspiration meeting the chance of opportunity. You know, you've been persevering so long and doing something that you didn't know would land you here, and then opportunity falls in your lap. Next thing you know, you'd be like, wow. You know, me being a life coach now, 5 years from now, back then, I didn't know I would be like a life coach. I just knew that I like to talk a lot and run my mouth, and I think I know everything. But I turned something that I felt was pulling me in that direction, And I just went about doing it without knowing how to do it. And the more I continuously persevered forward, you know, the more the vision began to come like to me. I didn't know the vision at the very beginning. You're not going to know your vision at the very beginning. You're not going to see it. It's like I was telling my friend today, you know, life, your vision, your goals and stuff, it's like, okay, listen, 1,000-piece puzzle. You see the box, right? You see the pretty, beautiful picture of all the trees or whatever on the box of the puzzle. 1,000-piece puzzle, right? 2,000 pieces, 5,000 pieces, however many pieces, right? You see the vision before you start building the puzzle. But isn't that ironic how when you start putting the puzzle together, you still cannot build the vision that you see on the box, and you got all the pieces of the puzzle right here. That's the same thing about like your life and purpose. It's the same exact thing. This analogy is the same exact way your life is. You got to keep configuring these little pieces, you know, into this vision that you already see on the box, which is your mind. You got to continuously. I remember my grandma, man. I used to remember my grandma, man. She used to be doing these big puzzles on the kitchen table like for a week. She'll go back and put something together today. Then she'll come back tomorrow and put some more together. I'm just like, dang, why she can't put this puzzle together in one day? Until I got a little older, I began to see the truth of why she couldn't do it. Because it takes not only thinking to do it, but it also takes action. And see, a lot of people don't want to do the action part because it takes energy and it takes time. But once again, folks, if you can get in the habit of taking action in order to, like, you know, do something in your life that is meaningful, and it will make you very prosperous and abundant, you have to take inspired action even though you don't know where you're going, and you will create your own luck. Yeah, so I'm about to end it off like this. I mean, you know, and when you begin to do this, folks, you know, like I said, you got to embrace fear too. You got to embrace the fear that you're going to feel in doing something that's in the unknown. That, you know, there are many times that I'm feared. I'm in fear, you know, of just by talking like this. My fears are different from yours, but we all have our own fears and we all have our strengths and weaknesses. But there's a lot of times where I'm like confused and I don't even know where to go. But as long as I continue to persevere and embrace this fear, embrace this I don't know everything in the moment, and just continuously go forward, I'm back in a state of happiness again. It's life, folks. So, that's why a lot of people don't succeed, folks. So I hope this message inspired you. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up or a heart or something like that. Share this video with one of your family members or your friends. How y'all doing out there? I'm sorry I didn't get to say hey. Had to get this message out there once again. I really appreciate y'all for following me. I am your life coach, Trenius Henderson. Also, once again, for those of you who, you know, I am not your life coach personally, one-on-one, make sure that you sign up for RIM Team, folks, where you can talk to me regularly every day. I can give you advice, suggestions, tips on how to do whatever you need me to help you to do, and we can get it done.